If this video has been published, it means we've accomplished our goal to get GMBN presenter Anna ready to complete her first triathlon, all in just 4 weeks.
Okay, so we know she did it, but how? Well, it's time to rewind to 4 weeks ago when Anna messaged me saying that she'd said yes to a triathlon collab request on the channels, but she'd got no idea what she'd let herself in for. Now, she's never done a triathlon, apparently hasn't swam since school, and in Anna's own words, she can't run. So she was looking for some help. Well, Anna, thank you for joining us. I'm glad to see you've come with your bike and in your run kit. Now, we're not actually going to need your bike for very much because you've got that under wraps. Like, I'm not going to be teaching you any skills on the bike. However, it will come in handy when we do some transition training later. But first, I know you've told me that you don't run, but I think we need to actually go and see what we're working with. So we're going to pop the bike away and go for a bit of a jog. What run training have you ever done before? Have you ever done any?
No, I just go out, I put one foot in front of the other, and sometimes I get bored and I get overexcited and I start running really quick.
Okay.
And then I have to stop and walk. I think my main worry is that I won't be able to do 5K without stopping.
Yeah, you can do it. I can see that. I can tell that. And it's more just a bit of confidence for you. So do whatever makes you feel good. And I feel like the transitions and the swimming are a bit more what we can.
The swimming is a definite, that's going to be the issue, if anything. I can get through on the running, but being able to breathe and swim at the same time is going to be my issue.
Well, we'll come on to that shortly, but the final thing I want to look at today is just transitions, because it's basically a bit of free speed. So just learning how to kind of, a little bit of the rules, because I know you've...
There's a lot of rules in triathlon, isn't there?
You famously said that before, so we're going to tell you the really important ones and just kind of go through transitions so you've got that in your head. And then, because obviously on race day there's a lot to take in. So I think we'll go and grab your bike and have a look at that next.
Excellent, let's go.
All right, we'll brush over the actual bike because today it's just more about kind of going through the transition. I mean, it might not...
Are we brushing over this off-road drop bar bike?
It's beautiful, but we're not going to kind of ponder on that one today. Now, I know you've had a brief introduction, haven't you, into triathlon. So in theory, you've kind of done 2 bits of the transition, but just not the full.
Well,
you kind of took over.
So we did an Xterra together, and I just felt like I ran to my bike, did a lot of things wrong, and then cycled off and came back and did some more things wrong, and then passed over to you.
Okay, so we've got some work to do. I mean, I might have checked back on the video, so we know what we're working with. But the difference being this time, you're going to be in a wetsuit. Obviously, we don't have that today, but the first thing you're going to have to do is take off your hat and goggles and take off your wetsuit, which is kind of, I think, straightforward. Then you run to your bike, and the first thing I want you to really think about when you get to your bike is helmet on and strap done up. Well, we'll have a little walk through then, but before we do that, I'll just kind of skip on to the reverse basically for T2. So you are almost doing the opposite, except you're going bike to run. So when you come off, you've got to make sure you get off your bike before the dismount line. There'll be lots of people shouting at you, get off your bike. Roll it into, and remember where you're at. Then you can take off all your cycle kit, put on your run kit, and off you go. So this is not a test, but I'm going to be watching and trying not to interfere.
I avoid the dog poo, and then we must have the helmet on. So obviously I'm going to do that first, and that keeps my number board down. So we put that in the back. We pretend we've got the wetsuit off. Back for bike, front for run, got that. Nice. And then these are going to be tricky. I can see why you guys have special stuff for this. And I might just do those on when I'm on the bike, avoid that dog poo, and then...
off she goes.
And we're off. Hello. Undo, avoid more dog poos. Oh, the panic! The panic! Right, I can see why this is a problem now.
Ta-da! Go. Number belt round and you're good to go. Woo! Okay, I think you've just shown me up as a triathlete.
No.
Your transitions, people are very polite. They don't really comment on my mount and dismount, which are absolutely appalling. So I need to get lessons from you. I think as long as you remember the order of helmet is the main thing and the mount lines, you're going to fly through transition. Do you have any questions just from doing that little mini run through?
No, I think the wetsuit is going to be my enemy. So we need to practice that.
Well, that leads us nicely on because I think it is time to head to the lake. Okay, well, Anna, welcome to Vobster. How are you feeling today?
A little nervous and slightly excited. Wish it was sunnier.
Yeah, I know.
Lovely day.
Once we're in, it will be the same difference.
Yeah, sure.
But What sort of like questions or fears have you got ahead of the swim?
I mean, I should confess, I hate being in the cold. I hate being cold. I hate being in the wet. So this is a really big challenge for me.
I can empathise.
The only fear I have is like not being able to touch the bottom and have a little rest, because I do that while I'm training at the moment.
We're obviously going to put you in a wetsuit, so that will give you a little bit more buoyancy but also keep you warm, and it's going to be just a new experience wearing something like that anyway. And then, I mean, we've only got one session together, so there's quite a lot to cover, but I think the main things, or the biggest thing, is just being comfortable and confident so that you know how to deal with it on race day.
I think just ticking this off and actually having been in the water and having one less unknown on the day will go a long way.
We definitely need to do that, but I think you'll be, I think hopefully at the end of this you'll be feeling like you can do
go.
Yeah. So we'll just kind of walk in slowly and get used to the cold. Oh God, not too bad.
Do you want a bit of a push?
No. We'll warm that water. Why? Have a little go of just like trying to float your legs to the surface, please. Oh, yeah.
Lilo.
Woo, there we go. I think now we'll see you guys in a minute. We're gonna have a little swim. Yeah. How are you feeling after that? And be honest.
Well, the first few goes, I sort of went in without a nose clip, and I'd been swimming in the pool in a nose clip, and I just kept taking water in and through my nose. So we got this magic device here, and that helped a lot. And I went off and did a bit of a swim over to that buoy, and I was like, this feels better. But then I got out of breath like halfway through, like maybe because I was like so keen to get to the buoy. I was like, I've got to get there. And then I was just super out of breath. Even though my body could carry on. And then, we did a few sort of trying to get my breathing better, and I'm just sort of messing that up a lot, which isn't helping.
That will get naturally accentuated in a race situation. So you have to be very firm with yourself of like saying, this is my race, like I'm doing it at my pace. And I think, you've got 4 weeks to go and practice the breathing in the pool, and the great part is your actual stroke and your body position and all of that is okay, like that's totally fine for now, so you don't even need to worry about that. All you need to think about is just making sure that you kind of stay calm and keep your breathing under control and take a break when you need it or before you need it, so then you're not gasping. I feel like we've taken some big steps, and there's some good pointers for you to go and work on.
Right, see what I can do.
Yeah, good luck.
We've left Anna to it for a while and not seen her for a few weeks, so I think it's time for a bit of an update to see just how she's getting on.
So I started watching some GTN videos, and I've got to say it's really nice to be on the opposite side of the our videos, because obviously I'm a presenter, and now I'm watching and learning a whole new sport, and I've got to say it's been really useful. I was watching one of Mark's videos on swimming techniques. I'm trying, Mark, I'm doing it. There were some things that he was saying that kind of made sense, but it wasn't until I got in the pool the next day that I realised it all kind of clicked. Oh my days. And I thought cycling was an unattractive sport. Oh, hats off to all you female swimmers out there. So in the pool last night, I tried to calm my breathing down, and all I did was focus on breathing out. Literally, as soon as I took my breath, I started breathing out through the water, back out until I took my next breath. So it's kind of almost like meditative, where I was just breathing out, 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 in, out, 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 in, and all of a sudden, I just wasn't getting out of breath. That didn't really go to plan. Apparently, I'm incredibly tired. Hard week of filming, and maybe doing my first 500 like a few days ago took it out of me, but I'm actually really tired. And I tried to go in for the kill, but it just wasn't happening. So I took it easy and did a few 100 meter like reps and then a pause instead. And according to my watch, I've beaten my 100 meter pace already. So the pace is improving, but I think it's just too soon to the, like too close to the race to actually get quick. Okay, that's about all I can do in the pool now. And my running, I'll be honest with you, has been less than ideal because I started running twice a week in the first 2 weeks, and then just time and fatigue has been getting the better of me in the last 2 weeks, so I haven't actually ran. And I'm kind of hoping I can get away with it on the day. I guess we'll see.
It's now just days away from Anna's first triathlon, and I want to give her every bit of help possible. Now, I gather her run and her swim have been on an upward trajectory, and admittedly, I've left Anna to it when it comes to cycling. She knows how to cycle. However, there's one bit that concerns me slightly, and that is her kit. I mean, she's got a beautiful looking bike. You saw it in transition practice, but it is a gravel bike with gravel tyres, not exactly designed for going fast on the road. So I've got a bit of a plan. Admittedly, I am taller, but we're going to see if we can make my TT bike small enough for Anna to have a go. It might not work, but why not try? All right.
Wow, look at this.
This is your upgrade, potentially. I mean, we are literally, I've put the saddle down. I haven't adjusted anything else, so it's going to be long to start with, but just have a little ride up and down here and see if it works. If it doesn't, it's not the end of the world. But
skinny, tyres, smooth, wet ground. I'm scared. Say goodbye to your bike. I'm about to destroy it. Are you supposed to turn round on these things? Oh, pigeon! Oh, this is cool. Oh, I'm scared.
Big question.
Yeah?
Are you going to ride this on Wednesday?
Of course. I want to be aero. It already fit well, even if I'm not super aero, because I think maybe my legs are so short.
Well, I mean, so am I.
But I think it's going to be much quicker than the gravel. So yeah, I need all the help I can get.
Amazing, cool. Well, we will come nice and early, do some practice, and set you on your way.
Thank you. I'm here. It is still absolutely roasting. I've got into my GTN tri-suit for the first ever time. I mean, I've tried it on, but I haven't used it. Well, it's time to get the war plats on, I think, and get this done. I watched you on TV, Mark. I've been learning all your tricks. I'm as quick as you now, up here. Triathlete now. Sort of excited. I just kind of want to get it over and done with now. In a good way. I'm so warm today. It's so hot here that I'm actually looking forward to the swim, which I didn't think that was going to happen. That was my least strongest suit. This is the warm up, I'll tell you. But yeah, let's just get it done. We'll be fine. You're like the best teacher ever. Aero. What's your pinch myself?
No, it's not about the speed, it's about the enjoyment.
Having to calm the nerves so that I can actually breathe. How's the water?
It's all right, actually, yes.
Yay me!
Good job.
That's my nose clip.
Oh no!
Breathe. Oh, maybe I'll have a little walk. I lost my nose clip, so I can breathe doing the front crawl. I'm not the last out, so that's kind of cool. This in the back. Oh my god, I can't believe I have to ride a bike now. I do ride a bike, right? Okay, thank you. Go Anna, enjoy the bike. Thanks. This is fun! bike legs. Oh. Where do I go? I'm quite refreshed after that because I really enjoyed it. I was overtaking loads of people, loads of women. I feel like they're going to get me back in about 5 minutes. 3 times. I'm feeling like I wish this was just 1 lap, 2 more laps. Final lap. That stitch hasn't gone away and my feet are dragging now, but we're gonna make it. Oh my god, baby. Oh, there's some sport you guys do. It's tough.
Okay, well, we are about a week on from Anna's first triathlon. Yay. And unfortunately, I had to nip away just before the finish. So I've had a mini report from you just in text form. Yeah. And I'm genuinely excited just to hear how you go because it sounded positive. I mean, can you give me a quick rundown of how it went?
Okay, so I got in the water and I was like, I was really excited, like, because obviously I've trained so hard on the swimming element because I thought that was my weakest. Yeah. So that's where I went hard in on the training. And literally the second breath that I took in that water, my nose peg just like literally just dropped off and sunk like a stone to the bottom of the lake. And I was like, no, because this is like the thing that
was
I worked
breathing,
out really helped with my breathing. And I was just like, I literally sunk to the back of the group and decided that I had to do breaststroke. But in my heart, because I've been training freestyle for so long and I got my time down and everything, I feel like there's unfinished business there.
Okay.
So might have to do it again.
Oh, well, I like the fact that it's not like, oh my God, sod that, like, I hated it, whatever. So, and then obviously you rode my bike on which was like a bit unknown and it's not exactly the perfect size. How was that? And how was just the experience of riding a TT bike compared to what you normally ride?
You saw me come out of the water. Yeah. Thankfully you were there because I almost forgot to take my wetsuit off on the ground and you were like, take your wetsuit off.
Yeah, you were like,
I was like, oh yeah. I was
there is a lot to think about.
Upset about my nose peg. Oh. So I took that off and I got on your bike and I just absolutely loved it because obviously I ride really draggy, heavy bikes off-road all the time. And then I got on this thing which was just like a bullet through the air that I was just like, oh my God, this is so good. I was just literally accelerating the whole time.
It is a fast feeling bike, yeah.
And I passed so many people. I went from, I think there was like 96 people and I was like 95th out of the water. Right. And then I was like moved up to like 45th when it came to the bike
flying
ride.
Past everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
That feels good. And then the run, obviously we just did a little like kind of practice run and I left you to your run training and I was chatting to your partner before you set off and he was predicting you to run a much slower time. I don't know if you know that. I think you did. So I think that's coming from what we heard from you. So when I saw the time, I think you were 27 minutes or something for 4.5k and that was 6-minute Ks, which sounds really good.
Like, I have no idea.
Yeah, but so, I mean, did you walk much? Like, how was it?
None.
Wow.
So
okay.
I've never done a 5k. I'd done like 4 to 5k with like stopping and walking and stuff, and I thought, oh, on the day if I have to walk, whatever, at least I'll complete it. But when I was there, I was just like, I am not slowing down, I'm not stopping. So I thought, oh, I pace myself and I'll jog around and see if I can speed up towards the end, which is exactly what I did. But I think I could have run a lot faster, to be honest. But because I hadn't trained for it, I didn't know what I was capable of. And I think that's my big learning, is that hopefully I've proved to everyone out there that even if you decide 4 weeks before an event, you can do it, you can do it. But training for longer means you know exactly what you can do on the day, because I didn't know. So.
But I think there's also so much learning from just doing your first. Like you're already telling me the things you've learned and the things that you'll improve, and you just get so much from actually, you know, I can tell you all day long what you need to do in transition, and you get there and you're like, oh my God, I completely, you know, there's so much to remember. So I love the fact you've already like analysed it all, and it looks like you've enjoyed it. And you messaged me saying you think you're going to do some more next year.
Yeah, well, I realised that Cotswold one that we did was like a mini series, and I think it would be cool to see how I would improve over time rather than just like working towards one and just doing one.
I think that is like a mission accomplished. You managed to complete your first triathlon. You were smiling at the end of it, smiling out, and you still want to do another, which is amazing. And I think you even messaged me that night, so it's not like you've had a week to reflect on it. So if you guys want to see Anna do another triathlon next year, then do leave your encouragement in the comments section below. And Anna, just a massive thank you for bringing your energy to the channel and being so like brave and just giving this a go. I think it's been awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad I had the opportunity, because it's not often you get something that is way out of your comfort zone to say yes to. So yeah, sure.
Well, awesome. Thank you very much. And hopefully if you guys have enjoyed it and you want to appreciate Anna's efforts, give us a like.